thank you for joining on Lalate. Breaking news minutes ago as the House of Representatives passes a stopgap to extend the deadline for the CR. This is just the House, it's not yet the Senate. To repeat, if you're just joining me minutes ago, the House of Representatives has passed a stopgap, which is an extension provision that allows the deadline for the federal budget bill to be extended 1 week. This is just the House. The Senate has to vote on it next, and the president has to sign it. Mitch McConnell has indicated he would likely support it when it lands in the Senate. That could happen tomorrow. We do not know if the president will support it or the president will veto it. We have no clarity about it. This is being Mitch, my afternoon recording here on the channel that covers your UI, PUA, FPUC, and additional enhanced unemployment and extended benefits questions. Because there was no holidays LA broadcast today, I'll be answering some questions about the check as well. It's being simulcast as well on Instagram, which is on my side. So hello to everyone that's in the room. Where is everyone tuning in from tonight? Tell me where you are. South Carolina. April's in South Carolina. Did someone just say they're in Mexico? Did someone say they're in Mexico? Hello from Kentucky. Rancho Cucamonga. Wow, close. Missouri, Florida, Philippines. Well, hello, Ron. Hello, Philippines. Raton, Illinois, Michigan, Massachusetts, Wisconsin. I'll get my IG people a second. Rochester, Iowa, New York, Minnesota. Well, there you go. San Jose, Mexico. Carlos Garcia. Wow, a gorgeous area. Oklahoma, Minnesota, Jacksonville, Tennessee, Pennsylvania, Corpus Christi, Philippines. Charles Hurd from Philippines. Well, thank you, Charles. We have a lot of viewers from the Philippines tuning in daily. PA, Maryland, North Carolina, New Orleans, Louisiana. Oh my God, Roxy Michelle is one of my favorite towns as ever. Las Vegas, love Las Vegas. Chris is in Las Vegas. Guam. Oline Cruz is in Guam. Well, hello. Indiana in the house. OC, Connecticut, Ohio, and Ohio. There you go. Love you back. Mississippi represented. Another person from Ohio. My goodness, there's a lot of people in the room from Ohio. Minnesota, San Antonio. Love my background. Well, thank you. The lighting's good today, so you can see a little bit more of the background than normal. St. Louis. Rita's checking in from St. Louis. Kingman, Arizona, Ohio. There we go. I've never been to Los Angeles. I love to come and visit. Well, thank you, Roy. I really, Roxy, Michelle, thank you so much. Mar from Ohio, New Jersey, GA. I'm from Nevada, Trinity, Texas, New Mexico. And Linda's in the room. Let's see who's in IG. In IG, where y'all from? So we have Cleveland, Louisiana. We have Orange County, California in Instagram. We're being simulcast in Instagram. Rosla is in Miami. Hola, Rosa Lopez in Miami. And boy, where else? Decatur, Illinois, Pennsylvania, PA in Instagram. And is Alexiel, Georgia as well. Newman, Russia. Wow. Michael Smith from Russia. Well, thank you. Santa Barbara. Well, that's close. There you go. Kansas, New Mexico, Minnesota, Gladys's, Florida. Purple Taco. You're from Purple Taco. Which Purple Taco are you at? El Paso, West Columbia, Trinity, Las Vegas, Nevada. Wow, we have a couple people from Las Vegas in the room tonight. Syracuse, Bali. Scott Foster is in Bali. Wow, I'm a little jealous. So we got Bali, Guam, Philippines, Russia, Mexico. We're doing quite well tonight. We just sort of started. Lord, boy, just an international crowd tonight. Very, very exciting. The moon, yes, you tune in from the moon. There's very good Wi-Fi on the moon. So there you go. Okay, Querétaro, Mexico. Wow. So Querétaro, Mexico, and Monterrey, Mexico. So we got two parts of Mexico. Querétaro and Monterrey. Wow. This is que bueno. We represented everywhere here tonight. This is just incredible. We've got Guam and Earth. Yeah, thank God someone is grounded on Earth. Kiev, Ukraine. My Lord. Kiev, Ukraine. Hello to you, Kiev, Ukraine. Russia. This is just incredible. Missy says, LA, you're amazing. The broadcast is amazing because Kiev to Russia to Guam, South Pole is represented. 2 in Mexico, 1 in Philippines, and Disneyland. That is out of this world as well. as well. Maine and Instagram, Alabama and Arkansas. Love your shirt. Well, thank you. It's doing good with the lighting. I appreciate what the shirt is doing for the lighting today. So it's really helped. Yesterday I was not happy with the lighting. I don't know why. It just all looked washed out. Someone's tuning in from Mitch's beach house. So there you go. We're off to a taco about stimulus. We're off to a fun crowd tonight. I did not know if I was going to get an agitated crowd or a cool crowd tonight. So it is a full group. If you're just tuning in, I'm simulcasting on Instagram and I'm live on youtube.com/LLA. Minutes ago, I went live by telling you that the major breaking development this evening is just after check was taped, just minutes after check was taped. The House of Representatives passed an extension to the CR budget bill. The CR budget bill needs to be done by December 11th, and I told you today was really like almost the deadline. And so they passed the deadline because they do things in advance, and the House of Representatives passed an extension, but it has to go to the Senate. That's where it's heading now. And there are indications Mitch will do the same in the Senate. We do not know if the president will support it or veto it. I've never heard of a president vetoing a CR. That's a little that's a little Falcon Crest or Dynasty or Dallas-ish for a president to veto a CR, but I don't see that happening. So we will see tomorrow if we do get extensions, a 1 week extension, and ultimately it's not exciting news, and it's not particularly good news because it basically means you would never get a stimulus check before Christmas because if you count the days, December 18th plus 10 days is December 28th, so it would come after Christmas. What I want you to know going into tonight's broadcast here of Being a Mitch, which is sort of a combo broadcast tonight because there was no holidays LLA. I was busy. The combo broadcast tonight is normally this is about UI and PUA and FPUC, but I want to do some check stuff. So I want to tell you that volunteer Roberta wants you to know that if you are having financial difficulties getting gifts for your children this Christmas season or whatever holiday you celebrate in your family, there are two private organizations that are helping with Christmas gifts, and that's United Way and Salvation Army. United Way and Salvation Army. And he has, Roberta has more details about that as well. I know someone was tuning in from Miami, and Miami has a $500 food card they are giving out in a few days from now. It's for 1 day only. Toys for Tots in Rhode Island. Yes, Toys for Tots as well as for Rhode Island. And Miami has a $500 food card for 1 day coming up. It's important to understand that I see people saying, I don't have money for gifts for my kids. So I want to ensure your kids do get gifts, and those charities are really stepping up. All right, so now let's get back to where we are tonight. For purposes of your PUA UI, there is no clarity as we are tonight. Toys for Tots is a wonderful organization, just wonderful. Toys for Tots is a wonderful organization. There is no clarity to tonight about your PUA or UI. If your PUA or UI has expired in your state, there is no solution to the problem as we see here tonight. If it's coming up to expire in a few days, there is still no solution yet. The proposals of which now we have, what do we have? 7 proposals, 6 proposals. We have so many darn proposals. All the proposals from Congress propose to extend PUA and UI. So that's good. At least they got that on point. And the point is that they would pick up, and this is what's important to follow because this is a little strange. Cabo, Tommy from Cabo, hello from Cabo. They would pick up your UI if you or your PUA if it has lapsed. Your PUA won't lapse, so I don't have to really discuss that. Your UI by December 28th, may have elapsed, or December 26th, whatever day we're talking about this, or December, 24th, depending on your state, they will pick it up and bring it back active. But the way your state does it, I expect it to be very confusing. But generally, if you're going to expire, so Tonya says I'm expiring on December 26th. So what Congress's efforts would do is make sure that if you do expire on December 25th, 6th, you would then get reactivated by their provisions, which is good. It makes it logical. Oregon, Oregon, Oregon. I expired December 23rd, someone say. So basically, no one gets a stimulus check before Christmas. Absolutely. Well, if the Senate approves it tomorrow, the extension, and the president signs it, then yes, for purposes of Congress, no one would get a stimulus check before Christmas. Does anyone know about Vermont stimulus checks? So tonight on Purple Power Live, if you're new to this channel, tune in to Purple Power Live, which is about 7:30 Pacific Standard Time, 10:30 Eastern Standard Time. And on that recording, I will go over all my incredible notes. They're actually right here on set. It's a lot of chicken scratch. And I'll have all the states that are doing incredible relief across the board. And if you did not watch Purple, which was right before this broadcast, I go over which state cities are doing things for you right now. So let's go to, so now we covered UI and PUA. What's important to understand is FPUC. I don't know what the CR is going to do with FPUC. My thoughts is it may not get taken care of in this CR. In my personal opinion, they should send you a nice stimulus check and not do the FPUC, because of it looks like a setup. I just don't like it. They're giving you 3 weeks forward when they owe you 20 weeks back. Joe Biden wants to take care of your FPUC in January. He wants to go retroactive 20 something weeks at $600 a week, but he does want to go retroactive. So that's where your FPUC is. Next, your enhanced unemployment benefits. You can do that at any time. And then finally, some states have done what's called extended weeks. Some states, like Hawaii, have given additional weeks of unemployment benefits into the future. And so they're saying, you know what, I see you expiring in December. We want to give you additional weeks. So if you're in a state that have been told you're going to get additional weeks past January, you got extended benefits, can you drop it on the screen if you know your state has? That's the best way I hear about states that have done extended benefits past January so far. What's important to understand is that if your state hasn't announced one yet, then things will continue things may change in the next day or two. Hello to everyone in the Instagram room. What about Alabama? Nothing new yet about Alabama. No, South Carolina. Montague, Michigan. Hello. Good points here. So there's something going. Wow, the screen is just moving really fast right now. California has not yet done the extra weeks of benefits yet. Hazard pay. Some questions about hazard pay. Hazard pay would be taken care of in January, along with SSI and SSDI, the $2,400. And what's also important is that all the other things we talk about on this channel, the EIDL grant, that would be coming in January. All those things are in January. But what I was focusing on was unemployment. So there you go. Nevada still has not paid people LWA to a lot of people. Wow, that's horrible. So someone just said something. Let me do what I did last night, which is go up on the screen. It is really tacky. So Barbara Perez says, if you're in South Florida, go to your city webpage and type in COVID stimulus. A page opens, scroll down, you'll see a little icon in the city, and they're giving bags or boxes of food on certain days. So bags and boxes of food on certain days, said Barbara Perez in South Florida. Barbara Perez is one of the earliest viewers that got money from watching this channel on stimulus, state stimulus. She got it from, I think it was Miami Springs, if my memory is good. South Carolina did an extension, says Missy in IG. So thank you, Missy. Let me, I left my pen offset. Missy has just told us that South Carolina has done an extension for UI. That's wonderful, good news. I'm waiting for approval for 19 weeks. UI Boston, Massachusetts. Great flash. I think I did something with the screen. Yeah, I did. I just, there's no comments. There we go. Now there's comments. Washington State has extended benefits. Oh, so Washington State has given additional weeks of benefits, and now we know in IG that it was South Carolina. Washington and South Carolina. Really good news. As I almost butchered the IG screen. Who's running two cameras at the same time? There you go. Does anyone know if Minnesota is doing anything extra? I don't know. Don't really know. That was sort of the big question. I need help for rent with 4 kids and no money. So if you are new to the channel, what I've been saying for Purple and Purple Power Live is go to your city, your county, your state housing authority, your city housing authority, look for those rent grants by calling them up or going on their websites, ask for rent stimulus um, and utility stimulus. And it's nothing, I've been here, but nothing new. So if you've had problems, then reach out to the volunteers. The volunteers are at news.lalate.com/community. I'm now dropping that link into every single video, not this one because it's live, so I can't drop a link until after the video's done. But the video right before this, oh, thank you for the super chat. Very nice. Victor, if you go to the links in the upper corner, I drop them in all the videos. There you go. What do you think realistically stimulus and PUA extended will be in hand? I think they're going to get the PUA and UI done, and it'll be till late January. I don't think, I think it would be civil war if UI and PUA lapsed. I just think it would be just insane. I think that will get done. Stimulus, it would be 10 days after it becomes law, so you can really sort of count it out. And there, now that we're potentially facing a 7-day extension. Have you heard if PA is getting extended, is extending UI? Oh, have I heard if Pennsylvania is extending UI? I have not, but Pennsylvania, Philadelphia is doing a $4 million stimulus plan. You should run for Congress. You help more people than they did. Well, thank you, James. I really appreciate it. Pennsylvania gets 13 weeks extended, but after that, ooh, let me try the ghetto move again. Here we go. Being ghetto, touching the screen. 13 weeks, but after that, I don't know if we get any more weeks after that extension. Yeah, that's a great comment. So some states have already used extended weeks, and now what people are wondering is they're going to do another extended weeks. California Coalition Nonprofits is giving out $1,000 to $3,000 stimulus checks. California Sacramento Advocate Group gives out their own stimulus checks. Melody Wolf, wonderful. So California Coalition Nonprofit is giving out $1,000 to $3,000 stimulus checks. If you're in California and you just tuned in, that's really exciting news. Can someone help me with life insurance? Not me. LA for president. Well, I appreciate that. Everyone's been telling LA to run for president or senator. I really appreciate that as well. Might as well shoot for the sky. No stimulus check, South Carolina. So South Carolina, we did start with the extended weeks of benefits. My unemployment league won't let me do for certification, but I still have to the end of the month. So that's not good, Scott. You need to call them on the phone in IG. Any rent grants for South Georgia? Yeah, so I don't know what county you're in, but a lot of the counties in Georgia are doing rent grants. So DeKalb, Gwinnett, I don't know where in the state they are, so I'm not good with the geography. Atlanta, and there you go. LA for president, you're already doing their job. Well, I appreciate that. Nothing in New Jersey. There you go. Hey, hello. What? Questions just went across the screen really fast. I've not heard anything in Massachusetts for unemployment. Okay. So what's important to understand is that you certify for benefits whenever you can. So whatever's going on with Congress, don't forget to certify for benefits. North Carolina's governor approved a $3,335 extra credit grant for children. Wow, interesting. So what's important to understand is that you certify for benefits on a weekly basis because ultimately, when this gets taken care of, the money needs to come out. Let me give you an example. Let's say they get this done, the UI and the PUA Extension Congress in the CR in about 10 weeks from now. 10 days from now. Sorry if I scared you there. 10 days from now. And you did not certify last week's benefit, even though you could have. And then your neighbor did certify for the benefit. What's going to happen is the fact that you waited, your neighbor may get their money about a week earlier than you. So whenever you can certify, certify right away. This is a situation when you don't want to wait. If you know what day you're able to first certify for that week, like I know I can always start certifying for the new week on a March. Thank you, Victor, again. If you know you can start certifying for that week on like Monday, if Monday's the first day you can certify, make sure you make a note. Monday, I'm going to certify because I don't want you to be slow because when they do this, it's going to be very quick, and you'll need that extra money. Illinois is doing a rent debit card, food plus insurance full coverage. Victor Brazil just said Illinois is doing a rental debit card, food 1 year plus insurance full coverage. Where did you hear that from? That's incredible news. Illinois rent and food. That's just exceptional. El Paso, Eduardo. Yeah, El Paso. I have something for El Paso. Um, Project Bravo, Eduardo, in El Paso. I actually had that last night. A viewer gave me that. No one picks up the phone in Maryland. It's same thing everywhere, Scott. You gotta just sort of hustle the phone lines, call at strange hours, reach for the other section and then pull it back in. Um, North Dakota. Any help with Utah rent? Mississippi need to do something. Mississippi, Mercy House, Home Saver, Salvation Army. Thank you again for someone who just did something super chat. Amarillo, Texas. Don't know about anything. Is New York going to give stimulus? Yeah, so they're doing rent stimulus. So it's really interesting. Most of the questions tonight are about state stimulus, which is great. Um, how much will VA stimulus checks be? Don't really know if they're doing a VA stimulus checks. Is New Mexico doing extended benefits? I don't know. All I know is what I'm learning from viewers. Pray for unemployment, retroactive unemployment. Christmas says Jason Cruz in IG Live. Absolutely. Call 211 in Ohio. They will pay rent. Wow. So I don't think I've ever heard that one. Ohio 211, someone's getting rent in Ohio. What about those on SSI and SSDI? So yeah, the $2,400 to SSI and SSDI, that would be coming in that would start in January with Biden. And it would not replace the stimulus check that we're talking about right now. Is Florida doing extended benefits yet? I have not heard. I don't think they would. States that have a lot of citizens, I just don't think they would. California, Texas, and Florida. I would be surprised if they did them there. Have you heard anything about stimulus coming out in Indiana? No, I have not. 211 in many states. Someone said it was very good. Wow, a lot of, oh my God, there's 1,200 people in the room now. We started with what, 185? What do you think about Mitch McConnell? I don't know. I'm having more of a problem currently with the White House. The problem I'm having with the White House, if you tuned in last night and it's continuing today, is different people in the White House saying different things at different hours. And it's caused a lot of confusion. So, Mitch started this process by saying it's him and the president, him and the president, him and the president. Now it looks like the president versus Mitch again. It looks like the old show on this channel. Thank you, Chris, for the super chat. I really appreciate it. It looks like McConnell versus Trump again. It really does. So I just don't know what's happening. Anything in Missouri? Yeah, utilities and then rent in St. Louis. If you someone just dropped a question for the volunteers. For the volunteers, they do all the states. So reach out to the volunteers. That's news.com news.la.com/lalate. Oh my goodness. News.com news.la.com/lalate. Why haven't you run for office? I appreciate that. Running or ruining? Any info on New Jersey assistance? Um, no. Well, people have got to rent in New Jersey. Yes. Uh, any indicated that that was my question. Missy, did you have a question I missed? I'd vote for you. I appreciate that. Is South Carolina doing stimulus checks? Haven't heard that yet. Um, uh, America Samoa. Wow. So America Samoa is in the room. This is a great night. So we have Guam, America Samoa, two people in Mexico. We have Monterrey and Querétaro. We have Ukraine and Russia. And we have the Philippines. What a night this is. Any grants in New York? They're doing rent across the entire state and also rent in the city. There you go. Do you think a deal would get done? They have to get a deal done unless the government shuts down permanently. There's no other thing to. Thank you, Larry King, for this super chat. Very nice. They have to get a deal done, otherwise, there never will be a federal government. Which maybe we don't like that, but San Antonio here. Uh, Way to go, Larry and Crystal. What about stimulus in Rochestery? I don't know where Rochestery. Don't stop certifying for your UI benefits, says Flash Howard. Absolutely true. Absolutely true. Um, Info on New Jersey. On New Jersey. Arizona. Save your home az.gov for Arizona utilities, says someone in the IG room. Also in Arizona, New Leaf pays for utilities in Arizona. Will Trump definitely end with a bang? I don't know. It's just remember Trump has to agree to the extended benefit, the extension. So if you're just joining me later in this broadcast, minutes after uh, afternoon's check and purple was taped, the House of Representatives passed an extension for the CR. It now goes to the Senate, where it has to vote on it. It looks like Mitch wants it. This would be an extension for the CR. We do not know if the president's going to agree to it or not. And if there is an extension, that means they would have one more week to do this. And of course, they can extend it again. Um, but I don't know why. They did not make a lot of progress today. And, we can all have a reason why they didn't make progress today, but they didn't make progress. So they literally agreed upon nothing today. And that's why they are moving it out an additional week. What's in the CR? It depends on whose proposal you're looking at. So there you go. If you have questions about your particular state, like Senegarci is asking in Houston, or someone just asked about North Carolina or California, join me on Purple Power Live, which is about an hour and a half from now at 7:30 Pacific Standard Time. I'll answer all your particular state questions. Thank you for your great questions on UI tonight. To recap where we are in UI, no real change. Your PUA and UI are still set to expire in the next couple of days unless your state has announced extended weeks of benefits. We learned from several viewers tonight that their states, I think it was South Carolina or North Carolina, is giving additional weeks of UI. Stay alert to your state by signing up for any alerts like your text alerts from your state unemployment's website or email alerts, because when they do make the announcement, it's going to be very quick. And as Paula just said, it's very true. Keep on certifying for your weekly benefits. Do not have whatever's coming out of Congress deter you from certifying for weekly benefits. Thank you, Maisha, for the super chat. And thank you for the nice comments, Crystal, about the declarations. I really appreciate it. As always, thank you for tuning in. Watch Check, Afternoon's Check, which is in the pinned comment to this video, and I'll see you on Evening's Check. And Yolo, thank you for the super chat. I'll see you on Evening's Check in about half an hour to 40 minutes from now. As always, stay informed, stay smiling, and stay about life for more.